Here's a cold wind. See, Archie went right through the middle. We seem to be having a bit of success. This is what van life's all about. Cheers. Cheers to breakfast. Sue says I talk to myself all the time. That's crunchy good. Here's my beers. Welcome back to the channel. We are Kath, Sue, Archie and Fudge. We live full-time in our motorhome and love being in the outdoors, walking, running and swimming. We have navigated our first UK winter and are now looking forward to warmer times again. We'd love you to join us. Hi everyone and welcome back. We've moved on, but we've had a bit of a problem. We didn't really have a plan other than we'd called a site near Thetford Forest, a CL site that looked really nice, got lots of nice reviews, and we rang them to see if we could stay there for one night? One or two nights, I can't remember which now. But anyway, they never got back to us and we've rung about 4 times and it's just an answer phone, so we gave up on that. But Sue found a park up which is just outside Thetford itself, a little walk by a river. So we got there, that car park was practically full and actually was probably quite small anyway, so I think if we'd have been there we'd have taken up a lot of room. So we realised that we actually weren't very far from Bury St Edmunds, and we've been through here already. A couple of videos ago you'll remember we were at the King's Forest campsite and we really liked it there. So it's kind of broadly in the direction that we're travelling anyway. It was a little bit further down the line from Thetford itself, but we've decided we're going to give that one a try. Now I've rung them and it's just an answer phone, but we're so close that we're going to chance it, turn up, see if they can fit us in, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to. Probably won't do much filming there because, well, you've seen it already, and if you haven't then go back a couple of videos ago and take it all in. Hey Archie, that's a big stick, isn't it? That's a big stick. I'm not throwing that, I'll take somebody's head off with that. Oh, clever boy, you carry it then. So we're off. We've had a couple of brilliant days, actually really sunny days. Oh, thank you. I was speeding. A couple of really nice days back at the King's Forest campsite. Great running. We loved it. I loved it because we had such nice weather. But we're heading off now and we're heading back down south again. We've changed our plans. I won't go into the detail. It's just because it's dead boring. But we've changed our plans and we're heading back down now to the south for a 2-night stop over at a place in East Sussex. So once we get there, I'll tell you all about it. See you later. Well, whilst Sue's at the supermarket doing the shop between moves, I've had to get changed. So I started the day in shorts and t-shirt, and now I've had to change to long trousers and put my jumper on because it's gone really cold outside. It's not sunny like it was yesterday, although we've obviously moved on, but it's also a really cold wind. Wind? Not quite sure what that means. There's a cold wind. Let's hope the sun's due to come out again over the next few days and we get a chance to sit outside because I just know how much Sue loves cleaning the van. So, we're on the M25 and going over the Dartford crossing. And for once, the M25 doesn't seem too bad. I don't want to speak too soon, but we're middle of the day, so we're not hitting it at rush hour. Wonder how you get a name like Stalkers. Oh, it's probably like deer stalkers, isn't it? Because I guess it's probably been called that for many years. There it is. Well, we've arrived at Broomfield Farm Caravan and Motorhome Club site. It's the first time we've been here. It's in East Sussex. We're here for a couple of nights, and it's one of those sites that hasn't got a toilet block or shower block, so the only facilities are usual water, waste. We have got electric hookup and we're paying $21.50 a night, which is okay for a caravan and motorhome club site. It's set out in different areas, and as you can see, we've chosen an area that's kind of set amongst the trees because it was really cold when we got here. There's a big open field, which would have been lovely yesterday when the sun was out, but there was a cold wind today, so we're taking advantage of the shelter that we get within the trees. So we're heading off for our morning walk with the dogs through the gate at the edge of the site onto the public footpath.
Show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me
just following lots of little footpaths as we've found on OS maps. Oh, see, Archie went right through the middle.
Time is up.
And this is us now back into the field, which is just off the back of the site, and there's nothing in it, no livestock at the moment anyway. So nice big expanse for the dogs. We've decided there's a pub which is about 1.5 mile walk from here. So we decided we're going to try that pub out at lunch today. It's a little bit far for Archie without a rest, so this will be a really good test for him in his buggy. So we'll take that with us. He can walk, but if he gets tired, he's got the option of getting into his buggy. Well, good afternoon. We are in the King's Head in East Hoathly with the only people in the back garden, and the sun's out and it's nice and sheltered here, so it's actually quite warm as well. It's 1.5 mile walk from the campsite. How do we make 1.5 miles with an ageing dog? We bring his buggy. We seem to be having a bit of success. Anyway, we've got to go inside the pub now because there's some big steps, so they will not serve food in the garden, and we're hungry. So we'll see you later. Well, good afternoon. We've arrived at our next campsite. We're here for 3 nights now. It's called Farmhouse Campsite. It's in a tiny little place called Small Dole in the South Downs. We got here, it was lovely and sunny. It's just started to rain, so I'm gonna move myself indoors, and then en route we've called at a laundrette just on the outskirts of Brighton, and we've done a whole lot of washing as well. So it's been a very productive day up to now, but I'm probably gonna call it a day for today and hopefully see you tomorrow when we may get some better weather and a chance to explore our surroundings. So good morning everyone. Archie and I are now off to go and explore our new surroundings. So we're heading off the site. Fudge and Sue have gone already. They've gone out running, of course. And Archie and I are going to have a little plod. See what we find. Very noisy. So we found what I think's a lovely walk. There's little footpaths crisscross through the kind of, the back of the village, then up a road to a farm. You can go through the farm yard, and then you get onto this footpath which I'm told leads into the woods. This is what van life's all about. Finding new places to visit and making the most of it. We've got one more field to get through and then I think we reach the woods, so we'll probably just push on, do that, or at least get as far as the tree line. See if we can see what's beyond that. And then head back. So you can see the tree line and the little gate there through into the woods. And up in the distance up there, not sure how clear it is, but you've got the hills, and that is the South Downs, or at least this end of the South Downs, which runs all the way to Winchester from here. And over there, That's where we've come from. There's the farmhouse, and just in front of the farmhouse is the road. And here we are, back at the campsite. Now that motorhome's been sensible and parked up at the top. We didn't use the same kind of sense, because the guy said that actually the field drains quite quickly, and we're parked way down the bottom of the field. So Saturday could be interesting when we're due to leave. A while ago, I actually don't know if it was a subscriber, but it was somebody who commented and said they'd like to see more cooking. And it was probably about 6 weeks, may even been 2 months ago. And I said, yeah, we should do more of that. I'm not sure why. Cooking doesn't really interest me. And I've just kind of forgotten. But the one thing I do like cooking in the morning is my breakfast or my catalogue. And I absolutely love my catalogue. So you can't do that every day because, you know, a bacon and egg roll, which is what I usually choose to go for, wouldn't be healthy every day. But I love my catalogue. So I will film a little bit of this cooking. So I never use any oil. It's my way of telling me it's healthy. I'm sure none of it is healthy, but I can delude myself into thinking it is, I suppose. That's the bacon. Now, I like my bacon really crispy, so I'm going to wait a while till the bacon's starting to look like, for some people, it'd be ready, and that's when I'll put my egg on. And I hope you enjoy watching it cook. You can't get the smell though. There's nothing like the smell of bacon. The other thing about living in a van, you never do this if you live in a house, do you? Is sitting outside whilst your breakfast's cooking. It feels very peaceful. I can just hear the bacon sizzling. Better turn it over. Give it another minute or so, and I'll be putting the egg on in a minute. I feel like I need this cuppa first. Oh, the other thing I'm a bit weird about is my tea, because despite the fact that I'm a northerner, I drink really weak tea. Not for any health reasons. It's not about reducing caffeine. I'm not even sure if it does reduce caffeine. It's just that I like the taste better. I prefer milky coffee as well. That's why I always have a latte. Maybe I'm just a milk person, I'm not sure. But anyway, cheers. Cheers to breakfast. There we go. I tend to flip my egg as well so it's not completely runny. Might be worth saying actually that I don't cook very much. Sue does all the cooking, most of the cooking. I do the barbecuing, although she always says she does all the prep, which she does. I just stick the meat on and get mesmerised by the barbecue and the flames. Hopefully not the flames when we're cooking, but it's always a bit hit and miss with the barbecue, isn't it? This place is also interesting because, and the only reason I say this is because I'm watching a goose at the moment. But there's goose and there's chickens, and they all seem to kind of run free, but they don't seem to come down to this part of the field. Or I've not seen them, they just stay up there. There's an old caravan that doubles up as a reception next to the main house. I mean, considering we're in the southeast, it's nice, bit of space. Good value for money. It was £20 a night with electric hookup. Whilst we don't need it, we'd probably use £3 a day in gas, I'm guessing, the cost of gas at the moment. LPG, and having the kind of refillable LPG, that's something that we've been thinking of, because I watch people on YouTube, you know, and they don't seem to spend very much at all on gas. But we tour in the UK, so, you know, Callor's a good option for the UK. I've also looked at Urban Motorhome before he got his new one, his new van. If you've not seen Urban Motorhome, I love watching Daz. He just makes me laugh. He makes me smile continuously, and every now and again he makes me laugh as well. But that seems to, so maybe having one safe fill bottle and one Calagas would be a good option, particularly if we're kind of mixing it up between the UK and Europe, which of course we have to now because of Brexit and the 3 month, you know, that 3 month length of time. I suppose we could think about getting a visa. Sue says I talk to myself all the time. So having a camera rolling is quite nice because I get to talk to you instead. Because she doesn't listen. That's what I think. She says she does, but she doesn't. Anyway, how's it going? Oh, time to flip that egg. Probably check the bacon. Oh yeah, that is just how I like it. So that is nearly ready. Just need to flip that egg now. See how easy? No oil. Perfect. And I'll go get my bread roll and start piling on the bacon. Thought I'd better not forget the ketchup as well. It's always nice to have a bit of ketchup, isn't it? Right. So this egg's doing. That will do. Perfect. So there you go. An egg and bacon butty with a little drizzle of ketchup. My outdoor breakfast. Let's check it out. Let's check out where the yolk's going to come out. Don't want it on my top. That's crunchy good. So this is us in the centre of Small Dole. Not a very big place. Nice though. And there's a little shop which also acts as a post office. So we're going to get some cash so we can pay for our site fees. And I can see ahead of me there's a pub called the Fox. What do you need in a village apart from a pub and a shop and a post office? One that's got everything. So I went into the post office to get some cash, opened my wallet, realised I'd got a shed load of cash. So we've decided we'll stop at the pub instead. Got to try it out, haven't we? Looks like we could probably sit outside. Well, cheers. Here's my beers. So after our beer, we've done a little circuit of the village, come back out onto the path that we were on. I was on earlier. Sue, I think, was on it earlier as well. Obviously not at the same time. And we're coming back to our site. Anyway, looks like it's warming up and maybe even the sun coming out. So I might get my chair back out again and dry it off after this morning's little drizzle. So since yesterday the weather has improved and it means I've been able to set up an outdoor editing studio. Happy days. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz, and we will definitely see you next time.